It's your boy Carlos Blue Forche, and you're watching the Blue Forche television channel. This is the update on our game against Brentford. As you know, we won that 2-0. Like I've said in previous videos, up until now, that yes, we have I say we, but myself, I've been very busy getting my coaching badges and just busy with football in general in my life, that I haven't been able to be on social media as much as I usually am. But I will say that this game I did really enjoy. Liam Rosenwar's our new manager and everything. I knew after the Fulham loss that it was, I did say to people, I did feel Maresca. Actually, Maresca went before that, didn't he? He went before that. I think I said in the other video, I did feel, yeah, he went before the was it the Man City draw? No, he went before the Man City draw, wasn't it? I think so. But whenever it was, I did predict that Maresca. The last video I did, yeah, it was the Man City prediction video. That yeah, the news had just come through that Maresca had quit the position, and I had predicted that in the video whilst I was talking about it. So it was funny to see him quit the role. But yeah, we've got a new coach now, and yeah, I was quite happy about his appointment. I mean, I'm sure he's there as a caretaker manager for now, and he is pretty solid. I'm gonna say defensively we are a lot more solid. So yeah, this game was, I mean, the 1-1 draw, he wasn't officially the boss. We had a caretaker. We had the under-21s coach then, and the 2-1 loss, was he our coach for that? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was the boss for that as well. So yeah, 3 wins in 4 games so far. I think it's that. Well, you might as well say 4 in 5 if you include the Champions League. It's been quite good so far. We've been quite, like I said, a lot more solid, a lot more disciplined, and yeah, I like it. Against Brentford, it was the real acid test for him. We came up against Brentford, who we both played a 4-2-3-1 formation, both Chelsea and Brentford. We were at home, so there was a lot of expectations on this game. Sanchez in goal, Reece James at right back, Chalobah and Tosin at centre back, Cucurella at left back. We had Caicedo and Fernandez back in their chosen midfield roles. Attacking line behind our striker was Garnacho on the left wing, Palmer in the 10, Nato on the right wing with João Pedro up top. For Brentford, it was Kelleher in goal, Coyote, Aya, Collins, and Henry in defence. In the holding role was Yarmoliak, sorry, Janelt, and Janelt in the holding positions. They had Jensen, Damsgaard, and Sade as attackers, and then they had Thiago up top. Yeah, this game we sort of matched for them, player for player. We just did a lot better. I really did like the game. We were 1-0 up at half time with Pedro scoring a beautiful goal in the 26th minute. And then everything to sleep with a penalty in the 76th minute. And I must say, um, it's been quite interesting. Um, it's been quite interesting. All season, right up until Maresca left and everything. It's just been interesting. There are a lot of things that we do have to change. I would like to see a bit more of Giyu in some of the games as well, if that's possible. I know we need to just get back to winning ways and everything. Fofana came on in the second half in the 58th minute. He was booked, but he's definitely back. I'd like to see Tyreek George feature. I've seen everybody feature now. Garnacho, everything. I know we played Gittins the other day, but it would be nice to see Tyreek George feature, especially, when we have Champions League games and stuff like that. It would be good to see what he can do. I think he'll just add an extra dimension to us. But for now, we're doing really well. Delap came on in the 74th minute. Um, Santos came on in the 57th minute. Hato came on in the 85th. That was too late. I think he should have come on a little bit earlier. Like I said, Fofana came on in the 58th minute, and Achempong as well came on in the 85th minute, but he should have come on a lot earlier as well for Reece James. Mind you, when you're 2-0 up after 76 minutes, it's I know it's safety first. It's easy for me to say, but I do feel like, yeah, you should probably go for a third if possible. But we've got the clean sheet. Liam Rosana is just cautious, and I think he has to be so far until so we get back to winning ways. We didn't have as much possession as Brentford. We had 45%, they had 55. We only had 6 shots on goal, and 2 of them were on target. So we definitely have to improve there when it comes to shooting at goal. But again, we weren't the dominant team. We weren't playing like the home team. There were times in it where I was thinking Brentford were sort of more in control of the game. They had 15 shots on goal, 5 on target. However, we made 6 big saves. Well, Sanchez did. It was pretty good, pretty solid. 15 shots in total. Like I said, yeah, 6 for us. We have to be a bit more clinical. That's why I feel like, after we go 2-0 up in 76 minutes, maybe it's time to bring on Tyreek George as well. That would have been good. Just to add a little more attacking dimension. Possibly we could have got a third goal. Even if he didn't score, he might have assisted. That's what I feel. Delap has to get more clinical, back to clinical ways. He's good, very, very silky when he's ready. He's quite skillful, and he's got a lot of technique, very good technique. But he'll need to. We need to break the lines of defense a lot more. We did not do that at all. We had a lot of dribbles though, and a lot more successful ones than in previous games. But we definitely need to, with our dribbles, we need to, work on close ball control a lot more. Some of the players individually. 443 passes for us, 513 for Brentford. And, I'm not going to say too much more, but we had equal touches of the ball, almost not equal, but almost equal. 623 for us, 694 for Brentford. So pretty close game statistically, but if you watched it, it looked more like Brentford were dominating the game. It looked scary. It was scary hours at some parts of the second half. But yeah, yeah, man, it was a good debut for um, Liam Rosenoir. Um, I'm glad he just got off to winning ways. So let's see what else happened that weekend in match week 22, because there was quite a few games um, from Saturday the 17th through to the Monday the 19th of Jan. Man United beat Man City. Boy, I didn't see that one coming, but that was a good win for them. I think it was Embueno and Dorgu that scored. Um, I didn't see that happening, but yeah, they won. We beat Brentford 2-0, of course. Leeds beat Fulham 1-0. Didn't see that coming either. Um, Liverpool drew with Burnley 1-1. That was a shock. Sunderland beat, well, not really a shock because Liverpool have been kind of woeful this season. But yeah, Sunderland beat Palace 2-1. Tottenham lost to West Ham 2-1 at home. That Tottenham would lose at home to West Ham. That was crazy, but funny as well at the same time, quite enjoyable to watch. Um, Nottingham Forest drew with Arsenal 0-0, which is bizarre. I know Arsenal are away from home, but there you have it. Um, I'm glad. I'm quite happy for Nottingham Forest actually. Wolves drew with Newcastle 0-0. That was a good draw for them. Very important game for them. Aston Villa lost to Everton 1-0. Even though Aston Villa were at home, that was quite strange. And then on Monday 19th, it was Brighton and Hove against Bournemouth, the Seaside Battle, or the Seaside Derby as they call it, and that was 1-1. Um, yeah, uh, pretty strange. Um, yeah, pretty strange week that was. And like I said, it's just good to catch up. I haven't been on here for ages. But yeah, let's look at the table. Let's have a little look at the table before I do my video for Crystal Palace so that I'm all caught up. Um, yeah, man, just definitely a month of bizarre sort of upsets and bizarre wins. Arsenal are still at the top. Um, on sorry, Arsenal are first. Sorry, um, with 50 points. Man City are second with 43 points, joint with Aston Villa, who are third with 43 points. It will be goal difference that separates Man City. That's quite strange. Liverpool are in fourth place with 36 points. Man United are in fifth place with 35 points. We are in sixth place with 34. We definitely have to get back to winning ways. We can't lose any more games. We've lost 6 games now. And we can't draw anymore either. We really do have to win. Really, if you look at it, there's 16 games left of the Premiership. So we have to win, I would say at least 14 of them. Um, or let's say 12 of them and maybe draw 4. But I would say, nah, being more realistic, we have to win at least 14 out of 16 games. No easy task, but I think Liam Rosenoir can get us to do it. I think the team does need improving. We do need. I'm not even going to talk about the kind of players that we need. It would be lovely to bring in some quality, but we'll probably have to wait till the end of the season. But definitely for now, yeah, we're in sixth place, man, with 34 points. Brentford are in seventh place with 33. Newcastle in eighth place with 33 points. Sunderland in ninth place with 33 points. Everton have 32 points in 10th place. Fulham are in 11th place with 31. Brighton are in 12th place with 30. And then it's just like the rest of the table is just mad. Tottenham in 14th place with 27 points. And Bournemouth, who would have thought Bournemouth at one point were right at the top of the table, or near the top anyway. They're in 15th place with 27 points. Leeds in 16th place with 25. Nottingham Forest are in 17th place with 22 points. And then we have West Ham in the relegation zone with 17 points. And Burnley, they're in 19th place with 14 points. And Wolverhampton Wanderers are in 20th place with 8 points. So it is what it is there. Very scary hours for Chelsea, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, we have to win majority of our next games to finish in that top four. We're 2 points off Liverpool, who are, like I say, in fourth place. But yeah, it has to look more. We'd have to win 14 games to really stand a chance and match the ambitions of Cole Palmer, who all these bullshit stories about him going back to Man United and getting sick and all this. It's a whole load of bullshit. I'm not being funny. If it were to be true and Man United did have the money and they did come in for Cole Palmer, let him go, bro. You know, we got Kendrick Pyers coming next season. We've got Quenda coming as well down the wing. I'm not being funny. There's other players that we can buy, but I don't think Cole Palmer will go. Honestly, not yet. He's got a long ass contract to fulfill. And it would cost Man United a lot of money and a lot of money in wages as well to pry him away. So I can't really see that happening. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe the video. Sorry for the sort of late uploads, but I've got one more to go and then we're all up to date. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm out.